Bruh, I'm like running over to finish my tea. Besh, good luck to on the gym or wherever you're going. You don't have to donate every time. Absolutely insane behavior. Thank you. Mentally, you good? I know everyone wants, a Peggle stream. I can't see the other one. It's too early. I have to wait a little bit. Okay, so here is the plan because, like, we gotta do this. We gotta get this done. We are hoping to finish 10, 11, and ST2. I need to stay on topic because I'm already checked in for my flight. I still have a few things I need to do. And I do want to game a bit. And, like, prep for not having any time alone this next week. Because I know how my family's gonna get. I already know. So, let's do this. That's the peg, that's the peggle we're gonna end up doing. So, if we do a peggle, that's the one that's gonna happen. High cortisol reading imminent? Yes, yes. But that is the one that we're gonna end up doing if we get that. But I made a deal with you guys. You guys have to do your gym achievement. So, as long as you guys hit that gym goal, we Gucci. And I do know multiple sinners have started, like, working out and stuff since that entire idea happened. And I'm very proud of you guys. Keep going. Keep going. We will get there. Anyway, let's get started. No, Gonzo, you did this to yourself. I don't know what you did, but you did this to yourself. The sand blots out the sun. Zola crouches within human shadow, looking out at the wind Aegis. The sand slews, and the distinct silhouette of the cannons. The entire city slowly rumbles towards the tomb of Sui. Human really did receive marching orders. But why would His Majesty order an attack on Sui before it's awakened? After this moment of hesitation, Human is almost right on top of Crouch and Candleholder. Soon, there will be no room for him to move forward. There are only the city walls jutting up perpendicularly from the ground. You wish to leave via the sand sluice. Have you perfected your Ching Yon yet? Not to mention, once you head out... Never mind. You'll see for yourself. You're innocent! Gonzo. Gonzo. You got involved with the Hello Kitty girls, and now you're trying to hide. Consequences meet actions. Do not think your fall will excuse you from punishment. It'll be one thing if you cause trouble on your own, but you dragged Qingping into the... General, it was because of Zhou. Do not make excuses for him. He should have thought how to come back before he jumped down. All that bravery, and all he knows is how to fight, 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 and how to make others nearly die of worry. Ooh. That's really cool! Congratulations, Ryan! Also, welcome in. I'm glad you got that. I don't know if I have. You didn't know she was a Hello Kitty girl? You would have made it worse was she a Hello Kitty girl. Back to your place. And once your wounds have healed somewhat, come and receive your punishment. The city walls are only 10-some meters away from Zhoule. And so, he takes a giant leap forward, and the Qinggong others praise him so much for is now the only thing he can rely on. That's a cute one to get that medal for. Though the sand slice have not started up, the wind Aegis has been fully erected. Its smooth walls are nearly impossible to find purchase on. A single slip would mean horrible death. Halfway up, and there's still battlements he can use to support himself. But to go further would be strapping thousands of caddies to himself. Oh, it's that one, Gonzo? Also, really? I'll be honest, I rarely M3, not because I don't want to or, like, I don't have people to M3. I just forget. Faster. As he passes through the yellow sand, the young man sees a figure of soldiers manning the wall. Many of them seem to have already forgotten just how long they've stood atop the ramparts. However, with the sudden blast of the horn, they are now been tasked with spending the rest of their lives in this new hunt. Faster! The higher he climbs, the clearer his thinking becomes, the steadier his steps. Even so, the final stretch of the walls is no stroll down a garden path. Honestly, M3 is just a fun thing to do in my opinion. It's not necessary. You can get it for a couple people, but it's not necessary. Still 15 kilometers from the tomb. Can't see anything about Sui's movement from here. Still no news from the Sui regulator. Do the higher-ups really give the order to open fire? No, I would never. Yes, understood. Who? In general, M3, M9, we're talking about, like, skills in general. Basically what he's saying, once you do 200 operators, you M3, like, you M3 any skill 200 times, that's when you get that medal. I just haven't. My apologies. Unless it's 600 things and you have to like 3 all of their skills. That'd actually be nutty. Don't move. Help! There's a spy! This area is long evacuated. Shout all you like. How would you know? What are you up to? I am Imperial Envoy. I have come to investigate why Yemen is taking action without permission. Nathan! Welcome in! An Imperial Envoy? Didn't they already come by earlier? You think you can pretend to be one of them while sneaking around? Already came by earlier? Of course I'm an envoy of the court. Don't you recognize these clothes? Piece of shit you are. There's nothing like clothes they wore. They had proper court mandarin uniforms on. The Ministry of War. How do you know that? Not long after the Ministry of War's envoy came to Yemen, the order to deploy has passed down, correct? You're gonna jump? Oh no. Has General Zhou made a public appearance then? Before any great battle, he would always personally beat the watchtower drum to inspire morale. Are you really from the court? Of course I am. These marchers did seem really strange, but if it wasn't General Zhou, then who could have issued them? I see. I've already untied your wrist. Return to the tower now. Will most likely raise suspicion. So I suggest you wait here. Goodbye. The soldier rubs his eyes with his numb hand, wondering why the young man leaping away with his qinggong seems somewhat familiar. I see. What's the Iron Carrot achievement? Father? Jolene, how did you get into the city? I climbed up through the sand sluices. No, that's not important right now. I'm just glad you're safe. Where are the men from the Ministry of War, Father? Junk, welcome in! I see. Yo, congratulations, Strat! That's crazy. You. Why are you trying to find them? The orders to march upon the tomb of Sui and fire at it. If they were not your orders, then they must be theirs, correct? Otherwise, why would you be here alone? Like you're under house arrest. Silence! Do not presume to comment on military affairs. Father! The Great Command is doing all this because he has decided to overstep his majesty. He's vainly trying to fire on the tomb to start a war. The Grand Commandant has formed a cabal. A cabal? A cabal. And we'll sit and watch as Baizhou is overrun by script guys, in conclusion with the supervisor of the Sui regulator. Not only that, but he tried to seed the proxy artifact in the Skymere Pavilion, and also forced Chief Executive Wei of Lungmen to attack Sui using some secret technique. None of these plans worked, which is why he commanded you men to fire upon the tomb. His Majesty never gave such an order. The ones given to Yemen to move and fire are false. Do not be deceived, father! He did all these things to wage war upon Sui? Surely you believe me, father. I see. Archive. Oh, okay, I see. Yes, how could I not? But know this. The tomb lies in front of Yumen, and Baizhao behind it. No matter what the orders are given, the city must not fall into disarray. Those above want to advance. Those below want to observe. When those two forces clash, they will cause panic in the city. If Suitrolis were to awaken, the soldier Yumen will be decimated. I think M3 is really useful for, like, some strong skills. Mostly just to make them slightly more powerful, especially if you want to do some challenges. But at the same time, kind of would recommend only doing it for those that you really want to. That's my... like, not everyone needs to be M3'd. M3 is either you love them, or you really like that skill. And yeah, Game Press has not been updated. I still remember they used to, like, talk about the old operators and kind of rank them and, like, talk a little bit about how strong they are and everything. And I had completely forgotten about that. Because that's how, like, they would... When I first was into ARKNIGHTS, before I actually, like, looked into the community, I would kind of follow the meta that way and figure out, like, oh, okay, that's the one that people are using. And then I was like, wait, what do you mean this operator isn't the one that's being mainly used? It's been such a long time. But these soldiers, do they know how to fight the Great Commander's false orders and not the will of Yen? Before a march, the general usually pounds the drums atop the walls to inspire morale. Have you done so, General Zul? I see. Yeah, that can make sense, because it depends on how they buff it. Without this encouragement from the commander, the men's spirits have not been lifted. On the contrary, they're confused. Are they truly braving Sui's claw to protect Baizhao? I'm not gonna lie, I do kind of miss the Game Press updates. It was nice. It kind of stopped at the same time that, like, a lot of... Ooh, nearly spilled my tea. A lot of old content creators stop as well. It was bad. I still remember it stopped around the same time that... I think it was actually EchoGen, or was it... Yo, one of them was talking about how, like, no one really puts content out for ARKNIGHTS. So far, it's safe. We'll see if it's safe by the end of this Behua. Welcome in. Are they going to be the inevitable first sacrifice at the altar to the belligerent Yen the Great Commander envisions? Jolin. Oh, it absolutely has not been maintained. It's been years, hasn't it? When was the last time it got updated? Yeah. I don't know if it's niche anymore. Because I've been seeing some major streamers play it and everything. That makes me very happy, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if it's niche anymore. Oh, it's offline now! I didn't know that. Father, you're not only the General of Zhao, of Yemen, but you also are the Lord Exorcist of Yen. We just received reports of suspicious individual infiltrating Yemen. It appears he stole your residence. What crime should your son be charged for this trespassing to military fortifications, General Zhou? Just as Zhou Shanglong is about to open his mouth to reply, Zhou Le steps forward, drawing the sword of his waist halfway. Oh, dang. Yeah, I can see that. FGOs is still up? That's kind of depressing. FGO kind of does outlive everything, though. It is kind of funny. I assume you heard all I said earlier, sir. Considering you can still say such things after that, you must be in league with the Great Commandment. You're talking nonsense, you insolent child. You're gonna turn a blind eye to your son's disrespect, General Zhou? Sir, I truly must wonder, why is it the Great Command is so eager to wage war against Sui? Still questioning your orders even now, General? With terror and such turmoil, the entirety of the court unanimously passed the 28 policies. But outside those 28, there are 2 more hidden policies. The first of which is that Sui menace must be eliminated. If we do not eliminate now, surely you do not want to wait until our enemies from abroad are at the gates. I should tell you the truth, General. It's not only the Great Commandment who supports this policy. More than half the court of mandarins do as well. What does the Great Tutor say? What does His Majesty say? It is not your place to ask. It's also a question I have been meaning to ask her. Besides the Great Commandment and the Ministry of War, the Mandarin of the Sixth Ministry is in His Majesty. Do they know all the facts? Have they agreed to all this? Junk, I don't know. Strat might have a point there. But then again, I have my own list, so you know what? It depends whose list we're following. These are not matters you should concern yourself with, Zhou Zhang Liao. You are merely a general. So they do not know. Soldiers must heed orders, but you men cannot be allowed to fall into chaos. Thus, I am willing to be patient, and watch as you replace me before battle is met. But if what comes next is an age of strife, would your actions not be drawing Yen into panic, creating new conflict within? I may be a military man, but I am also the Lord Ectress of Yen. Forgive me, but I cannot receive such arbitrary orders. You've put your own head on the chopping block. Guards, arrest this man! What the heck? Who is this? It seems you really are preparing to revolt. Who goes there? Wait! It's this dude! We've seen him before! Wasn't he in the, U event? Yeah! I am Taihe, Monitor Censor of the Department of Discipline and Supervision. I happen to be here for the rest and recuperation, and I must say, I did not expect to find the Ministry of War acting without authorization, causing unrest in Yumen. Yeah! You need not mind me. I will not interfere in your affairs. But, so long as I leave this room alive, do not believe the events that have taken place today can be treated like they never happened. He's the Florida man of ARKNIGHTS! Oh no! The Ministry of War envoy and his men freeze in place. Enough. Here and now, I am still the warden of Yumen. If the Great Commandment wishes to court-martial me after the matter, then whether I am to be sacked, exiled, or otherwise, I'll submit. But as for now, out of my way. I must go see my men. Zhou finally draws a sword, shielding his father as the 2 of them walk out of the room. I have a feeling that eventually we will get them. The so-called envoys are now in detention, father. Good. Next. Grave news, General! The city communication system! They've been severed! What? It seems like those ministry men picked up where the wind was blowing before they barged the meeting room. So they performed some sabotage. We're relying on runners now. The mobility later still works fine, but there's artillery emplacements all across Yumen, and the order has already been passed down. The orders the men receive keep changing. Begin repairs immediately, and do everything you can to stop the cannons from firing. Yes, sir! Taihe, relay my orders to the mobility layer. It shall be done. I just see him, like, slowly jogging over, but at the same time, the ground just keeps shaking. Taihe and Mountain would be gym buddies. Honestly, a lot of them would be gym buddies. You could probably put him with Silver Ash's crew, excluding Silver Ash, and they would just all be gym buddies. Jolie, I shall entrust the placement within the deepest region to the city to you. Yes, sir. One more thing. You've done well today. Oh, Broca? Absolutely. Literally has bro in his name. There's no way he's not involved. Damn these monsters. There's no end to them. We can't hold out much longer. Another 24 hours passed, and the fighting continues a defensive line against the Geist and Baizhou. The straying Geist are like the endless tide. Wave after wave crashing against their defenses. Though they may be cut down, they always reappear, stronger than before. There is no doubt. The Force defenders face now are the God Hunters of the days long past. He has a 6... An Apex Star, yes. It's crazy. I still can't believe they have that skin out. Which I do find funny, because, like, we have the thirst skins for some of the girls, but it's very rare. And then we have the one guy thirst skin who's for Broca. Yeah, we'll never forget that. It's insane. There's no doubt. The Force defenders face now are the God Hunters of days long past. Pat, 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 pat. Keep your chins up. The battle's not over yet. This is no time to admit defeat. The sword in her hand is bent. Her armor slowly but steadily getting covered in massive scars. His Majesty decrees. All soldiers, whether patrol battalion, Yulin Guard or otherwise, are to gradually withdraw from Baizhao's core plate. Join the troops stationed outside the city, and pull back defenses to a 10-kilometer perimeter on Baizhao. Pull back her defenses? That's ridiculous! The Forbidden City's right behind us! Oh no. Reading that is cursed! Don't tell me His Majesty prepared to abandon even the core plate. I double-checked. Those really are His Majesty's orders. Your Majesty. Where are you right now? Could you imagine we just have, like, the swarm of buffalo men? After 40 years, he steps into his secret chamber once more. He still remembers the emotions he felt the first time he set foot in here. Remorse, confusion, resentment, terror. 40 years has been long enough to smooth them away. Long enough to grind them away at all feeling, aside from the one known as helplessness. 40 years, passed in a flash. If you're still unwilling to bow your head to Yen, then I alone shall bear your 1,000 years of rage. The sin of disloyalty I shall also stamp out alone. This millennia of grudges and grievances shall end here. From now on, Yen will bring a new chapter in its history. Why wait for heaven to bless the nation? There is only the triumph of man over nature. The true Lung looks towards the blazing radiance before him, as if he can see a pair of giant ancient eyes burning within, burning with a great fury. All he waits for is a signal that Sui's finally awakened before he martyrs himself. Xanthos? Eee! The heart-pounding golden light has nearly faded away. All that remains is an afterglow that falls into Wang's palm. Within that very instant, a flood of jumbled, shattered memories flows past his eyes. With all his might, he reaches in to grab hold of a fragment, a splinter, anything with a trace of her. Oh! For 120 years, she has never appeared in his dreams. Finally, he grasps onto something that survived. A record of the game. Not some legendary game handed down the ages, but rather a casual game between brother and sister as they chatted. He flips the record over, wanting to see what was written in that message she left behind that is missing from his memory. He finally reads it. You're a pessimistic one, brother. Always thinking that the heart of humanity is unknowable, an unending flow of evil. Only through careful calculation and reasoning can it be understood. I beg to differ. I believe humanity to be fundamentally good. Evil deeds merely a covering of the heart. Thus, I believe there's no need to attempt to decipher it. Simply read the history books and learn the ways of the world, and you shall understand through analogy. You knew I was lazing about, brother, which is why you came to give me a board written atop your board. Even when you placed your first stone on that blatant scowl on your face, I knew you had come to poke fun at me. Both interpretation and analogy are fine. These split paths shall meet again. And a summary of the human heart of our family. Only you and I walk this self-defeating road, always wanting to know the hearts of men. Perhaps we both attain the same answer. The letter stops here. The Weiqi player stares at the exquisite handwriting for a long, long time, simply forgetting the life and death struggle he's currently locked in. Split paths shall meet again. Split paths shall meet again? Do I not have to break my desk? Split paths. She is long gone. But to meet again? The game nears its end. Look, man, am I reading too much into this? Am I being too optimistic? Am I being told this? No, she's gone. She thought it was gonna be a split path, but she's gone. No, am I being optimistic? Like, is it just me? Is it possible? How amusing. She was the first to raise the flag of rebellion against me. Yes, I must manifest her! I must admit, over these past 1,000 years, I truly did fear her growing power, even if only for a moment. But her plan was defeated by her lack of cunning, defeated by the unknowable heart of humanity. What is even more preposterous is that she chose to give you a chance to live. She has never once been defeated. Through her own force of will, she brought the rest of us the chance to live. Because she believed that after her death, we would be able to surpass you. How pitiful! Are you actually feeling regret? You came to do battle with me, so determined to die. But you could not even triumph over your own weakness. Do you care for her? Yes, I care for her. I once thought I did not. I thought the outcome of our battle should be the only thing I cared for. Until I learned something later on. The hearts of men, you, a wild beast, will never understand. And so, you are doomed to pay the price. Enough! So this is your final struggle. This is the result of all the careful planning and preparation for 100 years. This amusement you now present to me? Things will not end any different from last time. The only difference is that now, you're even weaker than before. Or do you mean to say that, with her choice, killing me will be akin to killing her? Which is why you have not the will to make even a single move. Pitiful, pathetic, laughable. But no matter. None of it matters. We can wait here. There is time to wait. Let us see which of your so-called siblings shall come charging in to die in your stead this time. The haggard Weiqi player slowly rises from in front of the board, only a few black stones left within his bowl. His movements are slow and stiff. So stiff as if it seems like he sat there, withering away for the last 120 years. As you lay there, half asleep, half awake, you turn the void within your body into a puppet, causing all sorts of trouble these past few centuries. You decided that puppet should walk into the dark. while we walked in the light. And so at first, he tottered as he learned to walk, and he secluded himself to gather his strength, and finally, he ran amok. But you forgot. When all this is said and done, there's only one of him. If I had stormed in alone to that game 120 years ago, having forgotten how wide the board is, how suffused it was with your might, then this time, it is his turn to have too much to do. He must cover all of Yen, and even the lands beyond, dealing with black stone after black stone. This time, will you be able to see through the stratagem? You tore yourself into 108 pieces, nearly driving yourself to madness. You believe this will be enough to fool me? What of it? What of it? A gravely wounded Fairmont, forced to sleep and recuperate, having to play a game with humanity while its thoughts are trapped in an unending nightmare. Such depletion will cut away the root of your life. All your bluff and bluster cannot hide it from me. You're growing weak. And what of it? All you've done is walk the same road the first to leave me walked, doing all you can to delay my awakening. But do you truly believe you are awake? By killing me in every memory, every fantasy, will you be able to throw off the shackles of a dream? How could the clash between he and it be limited to those confrontations? Punchy, welcome in! Countless possibilities, countless imagings, countless conclusions. Even more things that have transcended cause and effect gently fall through the Tumasui like snow. The proxy looks through each and every snowflake, seeing a gain that leads to his death, and all of them. Enough. Finally. You finally wish to put down that ridiculous game and bear steel against me? Yes, good! This shall be my last bit of sport before I awake. Finally. The one who chose white, my reflection in the mirror. It's nightmare. How difficult it is to meet with you. Okay, sweet. 1 down, 4 to go. Oh, before I forget, after I do T11 before I need to do the actual game mode, this is the reminder again. I'm probably still gonna forget. I'm trying so hard not to do that. 4 more until I made sure to finish the event. I need to finish the event before I leave. You do it, so it's gonna be the before, that, and then the after, I believe. So we have 2 nodes, then the actual, like, story there, and then the after. I mean, that is Wang's move. Wang would. No, don't think so? Ugh. Pathetic. Just as I expected. The exact same ending once again. You're not bad entertainment by my standards. Yeah, that's what I meant. So you do the before, play the game, and then you do the after. So before, game, after. Did I not say that? Okay, we're good. You're not bad entertainment by my standards. But let us end it here. I must thank you for this grand gift you've given me. With your strength, I shall be able to fully awaken and devour the power of your 12 whole. The strength you've gathered over the past 1,000 years shall be my nutrients, and I shall become strong, far stronger than I was 1,000 years ago. I shall become a true god. I shall rule over this land and lead all those weak instincts breaking through the curtains, separating us from the stars, stepping over the ultimate darkness. With your combined strength, I shall see and obtain that future. And you, as a part of me, may use my eyes to see it. flesh. Dreamer. Why resist? You'll be like the consciousness you call a younger sister, returning to where you should be, returning to the primal chaos you came from. The dream you 12 have been stubbornly chasing after shall be realized within that chaos. No need for hellish preparations, no need for wasteful schemes, no need for fragile freedom. You will be me, you will be us. A great illogical terror intrudes upon the proxy's mind. His heartbeat quickens as cold sweat drips from his brow. His body drearily wishes to leap away, but he cannot even swivel his eyeballs. A blessing. Split consciousness returning to the whole would be cruel as a blessing. Abandon your desire for hardship. Abandon your worthless obsession. Abandon those duties you bear. Abandon those clumsy emotions you learned from wretched humanity. Oh God. I am wondering, like, if anybody has been able to do this with, like, low operators only. Abandon that consumes you. Embrace that which nourishes you. Suffering must be eliminated. You shall become a keepsake within my great consciousness. A futile, a respectable memento of the past. Suffering eliminated? Pain seeps down from his skin into his marrow. Terror spreads across his body from his backbone. What the proxy can see slowly begins to blur. Close your eyes. Yes, close them. You don't need your own, for my eyes are your eyes. No need to hesitate. Have you not thought this from the very beginning? The mortal realm does not seem as intriguing as your sibling said it was. Why is this rebellious heart of yours so hard to tame? No matter. Simply yet another tranquil consciousness to slowly digest. From this 1,000-year-long dream, I shall finally awaken. No. No! I thought I had crushed the shards of consciousness. But it does not sense its scattered strength from 120 years ago flow back into its body. What does this mean? Why am I still in the dream? Oh! Look at them! Pat, 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 pat. Look at the silly two. Look at them! The poet lifts the wine cup in her hand and does not offer it to the heavens, but rather to pour it upon the ground. The wine falls, splashed across the yellow soil, becoming a drifting cloud of dust. Near winter and summer since we parted in Shangshu. Ever since, I've had no time to dream of you, for in the lands of man, there are many things worth dreaming for more. As for you, using dream, using imagination, using things yet to pass to prevail, verily, you and he are evenly matched, on par with one another. But I seem to see that missed your bout, many of my tales emplaced. Who could see a gulper of cups become now a sorrowful drunk? The poems of others are fine, but at such a juncture, their styles shall not do. I shall help you change a line. How about? After rain's end, petals fall beyond count. In wine's embrace, thy freedom is found. What say you, sister dearest? The words of others are fine indeed, and its flow is pleasing. But when you are the one chanting it, it flows far too free, as if you were uninvolved. You, me, Gia, dust. Consensus has always been out of our reach. Then why not have it be your turn to sing a song for me that we share? How about it? No. I know, I figured it did. I still am enjoying it a lot in the translation. But I do wish that I could, like, read Chinese for this reason. Still unwilling to break your vow. Gia has not returned. However, I shall play for you. The bloody battlefield is flooded by a peaceful stream. The ripples upon the water quiver, becoming a pair of giant eyes. Even from within the water, those eyes stare at everything around it. Fierce, pained, near crazed eyes. Yet even so, the musician lightly plucks her strings. Also, really quickly, Gia still has not returned. Guys, there's a path to her! There's no way they're not doing this. There's a path to her. We will get her eventually. My wife will return in Endgame. Ah, this tune. It seems that rather than being unfound of wine, dear June, you are simply... In the middle of the river, the poet toasts along the tune, her cheeks flushed red. She does not chant the match of the tune, but with a bright clear voice. Yet even so, it is in perfect harmony with the tranquil music. The stars in the sky spin along to the poet and the musician, blending together into a pool of sweet water. From that water appears wine, some bitter, some fragrant. Even those great eyes begin to show signs of intoxication. I invite you to share one last cup of wine. At some point, the tones that started off high and steep gradually deepen, going from near inaudible to an inescapable bass, lingering within the water. As for the simple sounds of the instrument, no longer are they quiet and mellow. It is as if only a tenth of the strings were silk, and the rest 3 parts longing, 3 parts grief, and 3 parts determination. But in contrast, the poet's recantation goes lighter, higher, as if a whisper, as if consolation, as if the torrent of rain. Flickering it away will only serve to wet your clothes. One low, one high, one disciplined, one unrestrained. The woman voice merges with the voice of the instrument, weaving a dream fit to entomb a Fairmont. Oh, that's beautiful! I invite you to share one last cup of wine. For beyond the western pass, there's no more of mine. I really enjoyed that one. The music too. You dare use such tricks against me? The furious Fairmont lifts its head, attempting to discern the source of the sound, but to no avail. Its giant, bloodshot eyes first flicker around the proxy, still shackled to the ground. After a moment of quiet, finally realize that this dream will not be easy to break free from. It does not care if it's the laugh its power of the proxy that is here, or the interference from proxies far away. Those great eyes staring at the outside world watch the dream that Ling and June weave. As they were watched back. Within the confrontation that never happened, its actions, its moves, its weak points, even its psyche. They've all seen it. He has seen it all. Such base deception, such pointless struggles. Before I have my vengeance on Yen, I shall kill you first, one by one. You will not have the chance. From now on, there is only our vengeance against you. Absurd. Ridiculous. Your so-called sisters may have deceived me with dreams and cracked open your shackles. But do you not feel how weakened your body is? Unfettered it may be? By the way, I found out more about the cat. He spits out the Wei Chi board pieces. It's like a hairball to him. Into anything, hunters? Oh, it's supposed to be a tiger? This time, I shall crush you in your miserable schemes. In that instant of fear and anger, its enormous body, as great as a mountain, shifts a fraction of an inch. The entire room begins to shatter into rubble. The great structure that suppressed Sui gradually crumbles and collapses. I was hoping we'd get the cat again so I could pet it. Save me. Save me! They're back. Those monsters from 100 years ago are back! Don't panic. Don't panic. Form an orderly line and walk cautiously. Why aren't you listening to me? Oh, what to do? What to do? Mr. Pooh, why are there still so many townsfolk who have not evacuated yet? There's still many Geist over here. Stay your hand, Tanshi. They're not Geist born from the turmoil in the tomb, but rather the original townsfolk. They are the students from the school? They are my students, yes. I cannot bear to see them lose their lives here, so I beg you to lend me your aid. The old Tianchi is still guarding the mountain pass. I'm afraid I cannot protect them all on my own. I shall do my best to hold back the rebellious Geist. Young Qingping, help Mr. Pugh in guiding everyone away. The desk is still intact, and I think after this event, I may still have my desk. Phantom, welcome in! Surely you don't mean to do it alone, Deputy Minister Lin? Yo! Pet, 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 pet. It's long past the garden's closing hours. Why are there still so many tourists here? Mr. Yi? You still remember me. And here I was, worried you'd forget me. What with you running circles around my garden? No need to further chatter. You are all lovers of things, which makes us kindred spirits. You two, help this elderly gentleman to see everyone out. I can deal with things here myself. I know you proxies have extraordinary abilities, Mr. Yi, but these are extraordinary times. I ask that you take care. No need to worry. If I cannot subdue even these apparitions, then I'm not fit to be the master of the Garden of Grotesqueries. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. What's going on? Although you should probably see like a dentist. If it's toothache, you don't want that to get worse. If I may, by the way, a request from my humble record-keeping friend. Though you've come from afar, I regret to say I have no time to be a proper host. If you ever have some time to spare in the future, I ask that you come again. Be it fate against us. If you're the last visitor to my garden, I would like you to preserve his sight with your brush and ink. I shall do my utmost. Too much Hershey's? Oh, you probably have a cavity. Please, stay safe, sir. Smiles and nods. Smile and nod, boys! Smile and nod! My. The shaking is far too strong, as well as this resentment. Even though only a fraction of my million of hatred and rage has spilled out here, it still has such strength. I dare not imagine what exactly Wang is confronting down there. But even having come to this point, it is still not yet awake, which means our design with the garden are still in effect. It is a shame, though. I fear the structures within the tomb are almost completely destroyed. I suppose I'll have to put a bit more effort into suppressing it then. You really know how to cause quite the stir, Wang. These are Geist in the end. Formed from your fury. I have no desire to enjoy such vulgar creations, nor am I interested in collecting them. All I can say is that they will be a little hard to handle. The proxy looks up towards the once peaceful town at the foot of the mountain, now devastated in ruins. Even a layabout at times when he is angered. I cannot forgive such destruction. Now, how much of this account shall be considered yours, Wang? I still don't know how to feel about him. I think out of all the siblings, he's probably my least favorite. Like, I don't hate him. But he's just alright, if that makes sense. I shall make it whole for him. Reluctantly, I might add. Yo! The artwork is really cool. Pat, 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 pat. Yee! Gee? Wang chased me away, so with nowhere else to go, I came to help you. Seriously. It does not really matter. I suppose I shall owe you a great deal if you were to help me with this big mess today. Jeeps, welcome in! Since when have you been concerned about what you owe me? Why, I would never. It is simply because you're so magnanimous, our third eldest brother, that you find it embarrassing to settle accounts with your younger siblings. Shall I help you suppress Sui, or help you look after Mongshang Town? First, we deal with the guys who protect the town. We will still have time to suppress it. There are two of us after all. With enough speed, neither issue needs to wait. Yeah, why is that translated on Shame on You? There's some weird translations, I'm not gonna lie. I'm rather greedy of you, no? Hardly the first time you see with my greed. True. If I had not dropped by today, all those exotic plants, fine woods, and strange stones you have so painfully gathered would be ruined, which would be quite the pity. Well, if you only come and ask you for more later. Teal and pink flames join the spreading golden threads, searing away the murky black geist. What a pain. We just got here and all these things keep popping out of nowhere. There's no end to them either. They just keep coming like Musa that's soaking for too long. Best hide somewhere behind me, Grand Tutor. It's not, I'm not too good at fighting. I nearly whacked you a few times there. It's a half-baked plan, but all I can do is... Still talking about food, kid. Is it gonna be Chunky Boy and him? Yo! Yo! I've added a little something to your plot for that half-baked swollen miswa. No need to thank me. Let's see. Sister number 1 and 2. The kiddo? Who else? No big deal if Ado doesn't show up. What about G? I've got a little something for him too. Forget it. He'd be Dark Devastator. Quantum Firecracker, Quantum Launcher, Quantum Rumbler, Quantum Cannon. Lock onto 30 meters around the kid and... Joshua, welcome in! Fire at will! Fire everything! I love her so much. Fire! Fire! Oh my god! I just love that. Dusk is like, what the hell? And then Shu's just pointing. I think this is my favorite artwork so far. It's so silly. Everything, Joshua! Fire everything! It's so good. Shut up already! What the hell even is this stupid Dark Devastator thing? Shu and I only agreed to help you because you promised you wouldn't make these weird things again. Made it pretty much the same way as 12 pagodas and 5 cities. This is war after all, and all's fair in it. That Wei Chi failure loves saying shit like that. Who exactly are trying to declare war on aiming that stuff at me? Get her under control, Shu! This really isn't what you promised earlier. Once it's all over, don't forget to make an apology. Sorry. These firecrackers really do remind me of Duhan, though. They're subdued during the Shenghe festival, but when the new year arrives, the firecrackers they light up might be even fiercer than the ones Nian used. Right? A family reunion should be more lively. If you had fired that barrage earlier, it would have fallen at Yu's feet. Take a break and let Dusk play with it. She's been waiting for a while now. Me? I don't want to touch that thing! So should I continue? Give it to me. If I let you keep firing that stuff, you're gonna burst everyone's eardrums. Shoo, and Nian and Dusk, you're finally here. Long time no see, kiddo. Dinner ready yet? We aren't done with work yet, Nian. How could you only be thinking of Yu's cooking? One's not gonna affect the other. Oh, right! We never did get them a heads up that we'd be meeting here. Hey, Grand Tutor! Should be fine, right? Extraordinary times call for extraordinary measures. If you're able to resolve the Geistesite crisis together, then that shall be an act of great merit. I always knew you weren't the dried up stick in the mud you look like. Say, Grand Tutor, do you think a business with Yan will be a good one? Aethel, welcome in! You just missed like the best scene. Prax would not only be considered business in Yen's eyes. Making a friend is far more important than doing business. Those some wise words. Next time these old froggies of the Ministry of Works come to pester me, I can throw them in their face. Everyone who should be here is here. Let's take a head count for the ones who aren't here yet. I'm glad you got some sleep. You've been tired the last few days. Whoa, is this Yen's New Year celebration? This is just like the Master said they'd celebrate it. Lanterns, banners, and screaming firecrackers. Though I don't see any lanterns. It's the first time I've seen many firecrackers, though. Alright, time to land. Watch out, Nyan. Someone just flew over my head. I think they're gonna land right next to you. Who the hell are you? Based on your gear, I'm guessing you're... Ni hao. I'm Tarasakum. I'm from Sargon, and I'm an apprentice under my master, though usually I drive the cart. I am surprised that we got him, like, as an operator. I completely forgot that he existed. Weird choice, but okay. Oh, right. My master's called Fang. Wait! That's why! What? Wait. Fang's in Sargon? Fang's in Sargon? What? No, I know who he is! He's in Sargon? Yeah, that changes everything! Oh my god. Oh my god. Figure to be number 10. Man, didn't expect a shy guy like him to have a cheery apprentice like you. Come on, don't make this guy important. I'm sorry, it's too late. It's too late, Strat. I'm Nyan, the 9th, which means I'm his older sister. Let's give you a quick rundown. These two chatting over there are Shu, the 6th, and our younger brother, Yu. The one on the top is the Dark Devastator splashing ink everywhere. Trying to melt away the guys? That's our younger sister, Dusk. Ji and Yi, the 7th and 8th, are probably by the mountain over there, while our big sister Ling and the second sister June went off to nap who knows where after some drinks. Then under our feet, there's number 2, Wang. Strictly speaking, today's party's all on him. Wait a second. Got 2 tutors in the family. If you're here, where's the big 1-0? It's not that my master didn't return. He just... he asked me to give you this. A steel yard scale? So wait, you're telling me that Fang is actually here somewhere? But we don't get to see him? I'm so pissed off. I'm so pissed off. Yeah, he's somehow tied in with Peppa and Titi. Somehow, like, that might tie into the entire Sui. I know, they're wait. Really quickly, so before I continue, that means that it's not impossible for us to get 2 Sui in 1 year. And the reason I say that is because, like, Pepe was a limited operator. So, we could see another limited operator from that story arc. Which means we could have a Sui from that one. Maybe I'm, like, on copium a bit too much. But maybe that's how they start to complete them. Ooh, enjoy your breakfast. That's a stretch? Watch, maybe you're right. Watch tomorrow they announce Asui as the, like, operator. And me going, I called it, I knew it, I told you all. Target Ferryman about to arrive at critical position. It's still moving forward. No time to wait for reinforcements from other cities. We attack the moment it takes its steps. We beat them once 100,000 years ago, so no excuses. Many, many sweet splints, bless your path if you were right. Dude. If it happens, it's not impossible. Here's the thing. You guys all doubt me, but it's not impossible. Because, like, there's no way they're gonna wait 5 more years to release all of them. They're really popular. And if we get Fang after all this time, we'll see what happens. It's not possible! We'll see. I'm on the copium, we'll see. The ancient titan lurches forward, powered by confusion and anger of arousing of an age-old slumber. It's suddenly noticed by its hind claw, a minuscule, near imperceptible existence. Don't go any further. Turn back. Doubtful rumble. I know. The Weichi player summoned you. I don't want to speak ill of my older brother. He might have been thinking of exploding for no reason. Or throwing your lives away. Disdain snort. Well, that won't be me. I'll be happy. Yeah, that will probably happen, but, like, I'll be happy. You're heavily wounded. I may have ways to heal you. If you insist on continuing forward, I also have ways to make you feel pain. 100-fold, 1,000-fold. Though, I really would rather not. This is probably fun. Turn back. I can heal your wounds and help you find a new home. Just don't cause any more death and destruction. Yeah, that's absolutely fun. Then Master gave me the scale and told me to deliver it to you quick. He hasn't gone anywhere. He's still where he was earlier, looking this way. Got it. He's still too scared to come, scared this meeting would be the last. But he still wants to help us out a bit, and that Weichi failure. So in the end, he decided to be real awkward and send you over, while he waits at some mountaintop somewhere. Man, our family can be such a pain in the ass. On the other hand, I don't think drying up old tenor would learn some proper bedside manners. Did he pick up that silver tongue in part of Sargon? Not really. Damn shame then. I would also like to learn to speak good better. Speak good better. I love you. I love you so much, Nian. Pat. This is why you're one of my favorites, if not the favorite. Cause look at her. No brain cells, only violence. Maybe then my next movie's funding a lead actor wouldn't jump ship halfway through. What the? There's still people rushing over to start a war? Everyone turns their heads toward the nearby city. A city that's slowly, but inexorably heading towards their gathering. Can't just stand by and watch the bunch of jerks stir shit up. How about we see the Dark Devastator marches up against Yemen? Oh no, bad idea. Getting in a fight like this seems a little impolite. Leave it to me. No, you're that Chen Fuoche. You know me? You were my supporting actress, the one I cast for that movie. Shen wasn't able to find you afterwards, or most of the rest of the cast. So I had to delay the shoot. Do you mean that movie Lava was talking about? Little Lava told you about it? Great. We got the money guzzling Dark Devastator on scene, and now you're here too. Yeah, that thing she left behind. That's why I'm here. How do you plan on stopping that city? With my sword. It wasn't part of my original travel plans, but I've stopped by Yumen before. I know a little bit of its structure and weak points. I heard that Master Swordsman don't see things as things, but rather weak points and flaws. You one of those masters? You've been watching too many movies. There are things only you and your family can do. Likewise, I have things I can't shirk from. Believe in me, like how I believe in you all. Chanhuche turns to face Nomadic City rumbling towards her. She can see the weaponry lining the walls, the soldiers atop the observation post, and the Tianxis with their furrowed brows. She believes they can see her too. But simply standing here will not be enough. She takes a small step back. She looks at the entirety of the city structure. Its treads, the wind aegis, the sand sluices, the watchtower, the gates. Oh god, you're right! The anime! Oh! I am kind of excited to see if they ever adapt that. Should know where this blow should fall. That's pretty. I'm sorry, Effie. I know this is like worst girl for you, but like she got that drip on. And the art's very pretty. A sword of heaven's plate. Bid dawn as cast. The writing knife in her hand is not pointed at any one part of human, but rather towards the sky. Man! Generational hatred! Effie, I respect it. The knife begins the longsword and becomes a heart-pounding golden light. You made it into a longsword?! And then finally becomes a sandstorm that engulfs Yumin. Sand? Has Sui already woken? Look alive, everyone! No, wait. This is... Yeah, literally! Excalibur move! Oh my god! It's the knife pen! Oh my god! It is just a lightsaber now. She just called down a stratagem on it. The storm that swallowed up the heaven and earth is not made of coarse sand, but rather gentle golden snowflakes. They fall onto the soldiers' bodies, their hands, their faces. The snowflakes melt, and out of nowhere, they hear the beating of a drum. Those memories, near buried away by sand, suddenly become crystal clear. They remember a catastrophe, and those who stood upon it. A poet who drank wine and spouted poetry in its face, or maybe someone who made a lonely exit once everything was done. They remember the motion that surged through their minds back then. They worked as one, they fought as one, and for a moment, they forget the confusion and puzzlement pressing down at them as one. They stop whatever they're doing, silent listening to the pounding of the drum. They count the number of beats, count all the calamities human faced across the years, big and small. Until 8,000 rousing farewells boom, resound. The entire weather-beaten city is like an old man overwhelmed by memory. One who slows to a crawl, then stops. Hekados, welcome in! He didn't even say goodbye! I'm so sorry to hear that. This riddle won't make it in time for the last few emplacements. Why have we stopped? Don't tell me they're terribly ready. A power cut? The spent candleholder realizes he has stumbled upon a stroke of luck. Even a near instant cut in power would require many short but essential checks on the cannons before they re-engage, despite the automatic switch to reserve energy stores. It has brought him precious time. Why would there be a power cut now? Surely it's not the proxy human. A strong wave of motion seeps memories of the surface of his own mind, but what he recalls did not take place in human. It is possible that the fate of us siblings will lie in your hands, Lord Jewel. To be able to chat with you on this festive day, even for but a moment, is destiny at work. I hope in the future you can see me as a man you can discuss things with. The doubt and suspicion he felt at the time have now become some sort of illogical, post-realization incisiveness. Though he knows there's still many things he's confused about. But he soon pushes down that sense of relief, that sense that makes him relax, even feel exhaustion. It's not only about the fate of your family. There's also my family, you men, Bai Zhao, and all of Yan. Why am I thinking of this now of all times? This fateful decision is not over yet. He forcibly taps down the wellspring of emotion flooding his heart. His hate-to-lose attitude pushes him onward, hastily winding his way to the last few emplacements. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that though. Hopefully you guys keep talking though. Don't forget to try to meet up with him. The golden sands that fill the sky gradually disperse. The radiance fades, turning the blade in Chen's hand back to an ordinary writing knife. To the side, Yu stoops down, gasping a pinch of soft, golden snow-like sand. Through a daze, he looks at the golden sheen, a sheen he has not seen in over 100 years. What he remembers is the older sister he has last met over a century ago. But as for what Chen sees, she sees a party far away, in the distant, frigid north. The snowflakes melt away. Those newly bright memories slowly fade again, returning to their worn and shabby states. All that remains is a sigh on the lips. That was really cute. I actually really enjoyed that. Finally, here. This is the Tomb of Sui. Despite having some knowledge of it for a while now, actually seeing such enormous structure in person leaves her shocked. With Baizhou in turmoil, all its soldiers have been recalled to fight the guys lining the streets. Across from the door is an abyss that no one dare look at. I was pretty eager to accept this mission, but how do I actually get in? Yeah, it counted for my speed and intercepted me. I didn't familiarize myself with that map very well, so she probably beat me here. So what now? Do I just knock on the door? Allow me? Yay! Pet, 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 pet. You are? Sure. Long has it been since I was called by that name. Did we happen to be old acquaintance, madame? Like, man, Mo Yi should have been the one we got. I understand that we got him because he's Fang's apprentice, but, like, we don't even know what Fang looks like. You should have given me Mo Yi. I don't care if she would have been a 5-star. I would have been okay with that. I just want her. I happen to be a friend of one of your students. And I once stole one of your things, but I already returned it. Sorry. The thing I'm talking about isn't the thing here I meant. I know. You do. I could hardly be mistaken about the scent of my siblings. The man notes the clothes of the woman before him, and his face takes a slight turn for the serious. Whether it be the martial disciples or the scholarly ones, there should not be a splitting of sex. But if you wish to eliminate the prejudice in the hearts of others, then you yourself first must have a tolerant heart. My thanks for your wisdom. The young lady carefully and deferently hands over Jia's token. Doshi, madame. Delivering this drop of life to the tomb is no doubt Jun's plan. Aside from Wang, she is the closest to Jia, and she wished to her here, even if only as a token. But I fear that she did not adequately explain things to you. Our family will be gathering in the barrens outside, not in the tomb itself. What? But this is still a stroke of good fortune. Before a family reunion, I shall have this life accompany on a trip into the tomb. Surely this isn't a piece the Weiqi players plan to use when defeating Sui, right? Wait, Strut, you didn't know? Yeah, yeah, the little, like, cuddly chud dragon? That's the last life force of Jie. That's the last bit of her in the entire, like, world. It's why we saw her ghost. Sin in the tomb? I wanted all the Sui just to find out that I was the Sui. He worked so hard to bring this out of the mortal realm. How could I betray his attention by consuming it? Oh, absolutely. Oh, I actually didn't know that it was anonymous. But Moyi knows a bit too much for it to be a situation of that's all there is to her. She keeps, like, for example, she knew Chung Yue's old name. It is simply to bring him peace of mind, nothing more. So absolutely, there's something going on with her. Okay. After this note, once again, just reminding mostly for myself, I must do the actual game. Before, start after. Oh, I didn't say as a welfare. I just meant the 5-star. Traitors. You 12, each and every one of you, plan to betray me, yes? Indeed. None of us will submit to becoming a part of you. Oh wait, pet, 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 pet. We have lived as ourselves. This is why we are different from you. Lived as humans? You see yourself as human and try to bring delusions to bear against me. The music is very good. It is very loud though. You relied on the power you stole from me, ingratiating yourselves with those puny insects. But you still had to humble yourself, hiding your claws and fangs to make yourself look harmless. Is that what you mean by living as human? You still don't understand. You can never understand, for you have never lived. And I am well aware from where your arrogance stems. With but a glance, you can look from the beginning of time to its end, though your consciousness has traversed the great voids of eons. You have never had kin you can converse with. You are simply a god declaring itself supreme over a pitiful plot of empty space. I know full well what this feeling was like. Until the day someone gave me a name. You are nobody's fate. Not the people of this land, or we 12. And there's one thing you'll never understand. Against someone who's already has nothing to his name. Fate is utterly powerless. Very well. Since you dare to repeat your foolish challenge, I do not mind shattering your delusions once more. I killed you once 120 years ago. I shall kill you again with but a flick of my wrist. Yeah, he did mention that. I thought it was 120. That meant to scare me. I'm already accustomed to losing. I've already lost too many precious, precious things. I have lost the entire board. Okay, the music, I'm vibing with it. Wait, is this what we were reciting earlier? I don't remember it, actually. And I know we did use event, but I don't remember it. My dignity, my honor, my trust, my freedom, myself, my family. Did you really think someone with nothing more to lose would be afraid? But you? Are you not afraid you will suffer another antagonist defeat like 1,000 years ago? Oh, okay, I see. Is this fear not what makes you hesitate to step forward? A jest at this hour. You desire in vain to replace me, to steal away my body. Why would I allow you to do as you please? I need only stir this body awake first. The ferryman extends its talons as great as mountains. Countless pheromones and countless tombs extend their talons. Countless talons as great as a mountain and point them towards the same proxy. It does not matter if this is a dream. So long as that loathsome face is wiped away in all of them, there will be nothing left to stop its awakening. Welcome back! We still have plenty of stream. What is this? An incomparably brutal blow slams into its body, a strength it is familiar with. It knows that in this split second, it has lost its connection to its enormous body. Who could cause such harm to its form? Oh! The space shakes, then warps and tears, as if 1,000 years worth of martial prowess has been channeled to a single strike, ripping apart the edges of the dream. Oh my god! Pet, 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 pet. Why are you always so meddlesome? I knew you would say that. I also promised that, were things to arrive to the stage, I will be with you. Besides, I also wanted to bring her to meet you, to let you know that all your years of planning were not for naught. Through the boundary between dream and reality, Wang sees the token Chung Yue clutches to his bosom. And then, their eyes meet. You should leave. Live. Live, and come back to us. I will not make you any promises. The distance between them stretches with speed. Yeah, I know, Besh did! He's an absolute madman! Even though he is the grandmaster of Kung Fu, 1,000 years old, a human body is still only a human body. The force piercing the veil between truth and fiction quickly dissipates, but the voice that the brother Wang is so fed up with still reaches his ears. Then I will look for you. I always will. Suit yourself. God, I love this event! What did he do? It does not matter. It does not matter! No matter what he did, it was only for an instant. An instant! No longer shall he disturb us. Nor will any of your ludicrous, insignificant siblings. This is my dream. With only you and I. I thought I would have to bring all my strength to bear you to defeat you. But it seems you're still weak. Still liable to collapse at the slightest breezes. You only have a single stone left. How do we feel about this event so far? I think this might have been my favorite ARKNIGHTS event so far. Like, this was made for me! I really love it. I will barely even lift my finger to crush you, to annihilate you. And those poems, those laws, those martial arts. Such irksome pest. I need only use the strength I save for you to isolate you from those meddlesome insects. You're unfit to die by my claws. You're only fit to be cut down by your reflection's blade. Now die! Huh. Is that so? I know, Chunk! Oh! Oh, man. The Jie! Is this supposed to be fun? Because, like, I don't recognize that one. Is that supposed to be Feng? Because that's Chung Yue. That's him. I think that's also Wang. Obviously, Jie. Ling Jun. Who am I pointing at? This one right here. All the way in the corner. Oh, no, never mind. I was looking at the wrong way. That's Jie. She's upside down. I was, like, looking at it this way. That's Jie. Okay. Oh, man. To die is your end, not mine. I don't see anything. Okay, so, like, down here, right here where my, like, cursor is, but near the warning sign, In the center, we have Wang, and then Jie, and then Chung Yue. I know, animated too! Yes, and this casual chains, and all these possibilities, and all these dreams, you will die. You can, but it's very tiny, so I don't blame you for not being able to see it. It's near the entire warning sign. These countless repetitions within the dream have eroded away, hollowed out by your most friendly imaginings, and all without your knowledge. Have you not noticed how intricately linked you and I are in this dream you used to trap me? You have been chained to your hateful, vengeful impulses. Your evolution has reached its end. And we've already surpassed you. But your body will persist. I will take your place. And how will you do that? With your isolated stones and with that own body, so ready to fall apart? You dare assume I only have my stones in this body of mine. The near-dead proxy used the last of his strength to lift his sword. A deranged Faramund gives one last howl of rage. The cold moon splits stones. The fierce sun chars boards. Ashes to ashes. A farewell to the ages. What? Animated! Oh my god! We get all of them?! Oh. Yep, this is definitely my favorite event. Oh my god. That was so good. I know I have to like do the start in a second, but oh my god. Oh my god. That made me so happy. Yes, Nathan. He's one of the siblings. Enough. This farce of a game must end. An end. Do not once tell me that the board is endless and that our battle is so much more than a board called Wang. I'm not the only one playing against you. What you have sown, I have reaped for you. Here. If it isn't Wang, the Wei chief failure, if you told us you needed our help, we would have shown up sooner, you know. Here lies a dream unchained. I gift unto you verse and wine, wind and rain. You can't fight an empty stomach, Wang. Star-shrouded snow, crude mounts at most risen. At this final battle, we are here, together. They have all found their own paths. Each and every one of them has triumphed over you, leaving you in the dust. Do you still believe you have the upper hand? How can this be? How could this be? I, with the split stones and burnt board, shall send you off to your final journey. No, it's not yet over. There's still a chance. Fie upon your transcendence, your own paths. Those are simply the power you have stolen from me, and your candle grows dim. My candle grows dim, as does yours. You have squandered your memories. Now, upon this faraway board, we are all equally insignificant. What? You dare? You cannot! We no longer need you. The people of this land no longer need you. Even the evolution and the future upon which you fixate no longer needs you. And when your opponent no longer needs you, your fate is sealed.
Mission accomplished.
Yippee! Okay, sweet. I'm proud of myself. I didn't forget. He's gone. He's gone. He did. Memories from time immemorial poured down like torrential rain, washing away its enormous, empty consciousness. The remnant consciousness slips and slides around the land of dreams, trying to find a single scrap of something, anything, to use as foundation. But those dreams are now as blank as unscribed bamboo slips, with only grain of wood to provide texture. There should be people and events written upon them, yet such a thing cannot be grasped. It has lost. Without doubt, you wish to seize its body, become its place. But what of your siblings? They will not see me again, nor will they come to fill this void you have left behind. That said, I will not disappear. I shall always be with you. No matter who sits upon this corporeal throne, a void shall form. Since you have no intention of filling it, I shall haunt this place eternally. To torment the master of this body, to usurp its will, to torment its mind, are but two sides of the same tongbao. There will be something to fill its vacancy. All that is left is you now is emotion, abundant emotion. That matters not in the face of a shattered consciousness. If it did matter, its rage would have filled it long ago. That will not be a worry. The one replacing you shall be far more terrifying than you've ever been. The proxy steps forward, leaving the white creation behind him. The Fairmont, about to drown its hollow mind, lets out a bitter cry. Soon, even that cry filled with pain, defiance dies down, only leaving an echo reverberating through the room. Murky dying gasp. You're about to die. I'm going to die? Who am I? Why will I die? You were the most arrogant of dreamers. In your dreams, you pushed evolution to the endless sea of stars. But this egotistical evolution was cut short by humanity. That humanity you saw as nothing. And then your anger, your hatred, and your defiance dragged you to your grave. But at the very end of it, you died by my hand. You. Murky dying gasp. You will destroy the future? That future of evolution that escapes ruination, and through infinite expansion, touches the face of the void? It was a dream that you would never be able to see to fruition. Evolution will not stop because of your death. Your passing will simply be released from a will that has suffered for 1,000 years. If you truly yearn for that future where the stars shine only for you. He lifts the last of his stones. In his hand, they slowly lose their forms, turning into a blade. It looks on as he lifts up the last of his stones. He throws them to the sky, up towards the boundless heavens. In the nicest way possible, Strat. The Seaborn could never. He takes the last that congeals sharpness and thrusts it into its eyes. It watches as those black stones become a galaxy that flow towards it until... The bestial Sui closes its eyes. The bestial Sui espies the future that exists only in its dreams. May you dream well. The entire room begins to shake before ultimately collapsing. The forms of Proxy and Faramut slowly merge together. No longer shall they be parted. Here, a new Sui is born. Plum, welcome in! Thank you for the raid! That's cute! I do like that, the Miracle Twinkle raid. Welcome in! Still hanging in there, Shu? This is no big deal. It's just handling this many of its minions take its toll. Yes, welcome in! Hey, Dusk! Fire that way. There's tons of guys there. Where? Where I'm pointing! There's nothing there. Are you stupid? There's... Nyan is stupefied. There really is nothing there. And Lilypad raid, that's cute. Welcome in. We're doing ARKNIGHTS, for those of you who do not know. It is a gacha that has an incredible story. Highly recommend it. I probably should introduce myself. Hello, I'm Sin, the embodiment Sin, and honestly, kind of just a silly little guy. Welcome in! I hope you guys have fun here. And Anubis, welcome in! Yes, 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 don't worry. I remember that I need to do that. And not just there. It's as though someone has sneakily wiped away the blot of ink staining the ground. The rampaging guys of just moments ago are nowhere to be seen. You need to drink again, yes. Stay hydrated. We are listening to that last part of the new event at ARKNIGHTS. I will be honest, if you guys don't know what's going on, you might be a little confused, but there's plenty of people here willing to talk about it. I will absolutely lore dump. This is my favorite game. Whoa, whoa, you nearly chopped me in half. I'm obviously trying to chop that thing in half. Huh? Where'd that monster go? Understood. The Sui Regular reports that all script guys have disappeared. We won? Don't let your guard down. An earthquake? It stirs. All hands, move to an open space. Welcome in! Yo! Congratulations, Plum! That's really cool. Good job. The shaking from afar arrives. Nathan, you are wrong. When it comes to this event, like especially, all the Sui I adore. Here's the thing. The Twink is a homie. Everybody else is my love. What the heck is ARKNIGHTS? It is a gacha. I highly recommend it. It is a tower defense mode game, if any of you are into that. But I'll be honest, I think its lore is where it shines. The time has come. The true lung grasped the jade seal used to start the device. It might just be his imagination run wild, but he feels a connection between the machine and the blood running through his veins. That's really incredible. I'm glad she did. During this moment of hesitation, a great shadow appears before him, nearly covering the entirety of Originium's radiance. In its own category? Yeah, I would say that. You don't know any gacha games? That's okay. Gacha is a very, like, niche thing, in a way, where it's not for everybody, but at the same time, you can find some very wonderful stories in there. If you know anything about what a visual novel is, this is kind of like tower defense, visual novel, and a gacha all in one. And I highly recommend it. I will also say it's very generous. Are you it? The shadow utters what seems to be a threatening low roar. Within that roar, the true lung hears a haggard voice, once he heard decades ago. No, you're no longer it. But how many of its memories and dreams, its thoughts and feelings have you inherited? Will you be of aid to Yen in the future? Or will you only bring misfortune? Might be pretty hard for a new player, though. I still say it's pretty generous in general. Just because it's one of those things where you can get rolling currency pretty easily. And it doesn't have as low roll rates as other gacha. Will it take grinding and a lot of effort? Yes, it will. But at the same time, I still recommend it. Bad luck, bro. I have good luck. What are you talking about? Within 110 rolls, I got like all the limited operators. And you, he, are all new Sui? It's pale memories, withered dreams, exhausted thoughts, and befouled feelings. They all roil and jostle together my consciousness at this very moment. But you are correct. Sui is dead. Yeah, Arson does have F tier. Oh, the art is so pretty. That's so good. Thank you for the subscription. The shadow lets out a long howl that shakes both heaven and earth. But what you, your ancestors, your nation owe it, is also what you owe me and mine. Those arts winding their way through your body are proof of your ancient shackle dust for thousands of years. Though these memories be faded, these dreams be wilted, these thoughts be decayed, these feelings be rotted, this rage of 1,000 years still burns as bright as the sun. But you are not him. If your hatred has not been diminished, then make your move. You wish to use this piece of Originium to take me down with you? It shall be my final act in service to Great Yen. If you are a Nisui, I shall rid my country of you, even if it costs me my life. If you are Wang, then my promise to you stands. Your life shall be spared, and you'll be pardoned for deceiving your crown, and now for regicide. I shall also pardon myself for the crime of unclarity of thought, which led to suspicion between parent and child, the scattering of kin, the formation of factions, and the unrest that rocked the nation. Do you truly seek death? If it can begin a new chapter of history, Great Yen, why would I deny you my life? Very well. As you wish. I will say, FGO is the gacha that nearly made me quit gacha. As much as I love the character design, it is a miracle I still play gacha after that one. Do you believe all our grudges settled? You are finally here. Oh! We finally meet. Hey, you are no longer it. It was slain by my hand. You are too late. You actually did it. That ridiculous plan of yours actually worked? Very well. If you've taken its place, then you shall bear my rage. The ancient colossus remains quiet, silently watching the near-dead kin. What is this? Are you pitying me? Up until the end of its endless journey, the millennium of hatred burned bright in Ya's chest, unwavering for even a moment. So why now, when Ya sees Sui for herself? Does the hate seem to fade away, leaving only nothingness? Why are you so unconcerned? Were you hoping I would grant you release? No, I'll not kill you. The sword in her hand hesitates. What would come from enacting this vengeance? A bloody end for both of them. Why take up arms? Why betray them? She finally realizes that with the death of Sui's consciousness, those answers she has searched for are no longer in reach. But how could I forgive you? This is your own fault. You should have arrived sooner. You should have witnessed its death. Or maybe you should contribute to that, to quell your deadly grudge. But there's still something you can do, late as you are. Originium? This was all part of your schemes? You went through all that trouble to collude with that ancient lunatic to lead me here. Just to want me to connect this room with that ugly stone? The choice is still yours. Arson, I don't know if it's a he or her. They are somewhere in the... you know what, they... Legit don't know, because I was pretty sure it was a he. But everything, like, is her? So I'm not 100% sure. The choice is still yours. Yeah, that makes sense, Junk. Choose vengeance, and you can do what you have dreamed of countless times. Take that ugly stone and give this vessel an eternity of torment. Or, since you're about to die anyway, why not simply leave? Also, giving Sui to Priestess is a terrifying thought. Yeah, please don't. You. Whatever they be, they can call me anytime. I think they're pretty, but their heart isn't. You wouldn't like them, Anubis. The Fairmont, so close to its limit, is about to thrust its sword into the boundless body of Sui. That sword, so mighty against humanity, yet all too weak against its kin. I'm sorry, Anubis! But the moment before Ya does so, that anger, burning for 1,000 years, finally slips away. In her reverie, Ya looks closely at the Sui that is no longer Sui, and then Ya howls with laughter. We can at least admire them. Like, it's gonna be one of those things where... Don't stick your dick in crazy, but... Maybe once won't hurt? Maybe once is okay? Yeah, if evil, why not hot? Hey, so don't judge me! Don't judge me! Like, look at this! You shouldn't be. You forgot it's still me. The enormous vessel remained silent. Emergency rooms exist for a reason, my man! You get it? I do not know why you're so adamant on being tortured, or why you wish to bring this cursed originium into your body. All I know is that what you want to take this festering, swelling ancient wound and have it thrust into you. Very well, I'll humor you. For you are not Sui, but Wang, the Sui Slayer, and so I should help you. I shall help you repay its sin over endless time. But in a vessel such as this, even the strongest of spirits will be worn away and assimilated, ultimately becoming just like it. When that time comes, I shall return. I shall have my vengeance by slaying you with my own 2 hands. But as for now, I do not wish to hear you prattle on about explanations and the like. I do not wish to hear you squabble with those insects. All I want to do with this body is to have my unprecedented vengeance. One most fitting of the souls that we have walked since the beginning. Cutting away the seasons is not a power without price, especially for a pheromone at the brink of death. Meddling with the primal force of land. Priest is gonna have so much fun with this. And like, yeah, once again, hot, but yeah, why did you do this to us? But yeah, still does it anyway. That piece of Virginium, alongside the space it occupies, is cut away by Ya. Then, ruthlessly, thrust into the depths of the Sui body. And then, all she sees is black. Ya has already forgotten her 2 kin she trapped with an illusion. With the fading of her last strength, they break free. Now, they watch her body slowly wither away, their faces lined with sorrow. Are you sure, Strat? Like, Ya's literally dying right now. Oh my, an earthquake just as we escaped those fields. Over here, Tianqilin. There's still people here. No, Ya is another pheromone. Coming. Ling Chengyan rushes over, dragging several bewildered geists out of from the collapsing building. But the tremors get stronger, sending a falling roof beam straight to Mr. Pooh's head. That is true. Duck, you old book brain. Thank you for saving me, oh brave hero. Zushi. Yo, everyone still alive? Not bad. Alright, everyone's safe and the earthquake's over. Get everything tidied up, then head back. Is the chaos finally over? She has been around since at least Yu's event. We don't know much about her. But she's a goodie. She's a brat. The childlike Tianxi narrows her eyes, looking out towards the tomb of Sui. She has a rare, somber expression on her face, a far cry from her usual cynicism. This is your choice, you Weiqi failure. Your calculation. You must have foreseen what kind of disaster this piece of Virginium would bring with it to think of a solution like that. It means nobody's gonna dare mess with you. But you might as well be damning yourself to eternal hell this way. You chose a bitter road to follow. I don't know if this counts as me helping you or hurting you. Plotting a great windfall for all things in this realm. You actually did it. The game is yours, Weiqi failure. The enormous shadow, the crazed woman, and the Virginium's orange glare. Everything begins to fade from the true Lung's sight. He finally understands what that proxy's ultimate plan was. Pheromones, Originium. At the cost of near eternal torment, Wang's ascent to the Sea of Sui and accepted Ya's vengeance. Bufan, or rather, the first Originium Yan has relied upon since the days of yore, is now buried within the deepest pits of the Pheromone body and soul. We have one more after this one. And with the disappearance of the energy it supplied, the secret chamber gradually begins to collapse. The true Lung walks towards the exit and pulls upon its doors, only to discover they have been jammed shut by rubble. But he does not panic. He feels that the die here is not such a bad thing. Ren, to be fair, VTuber and VTuber fans, I hate to break it to you, but I think it comes with the territory. Qi Xiao. For a moment, the true Lung believes himself to be a hallucination. For the one supporting him by the shoulder has an uncanny resemblance to his older brother. Hyunwoo? Don't speak. Follow me. Like the room behind it, the blood-red hidden passage begins to crumble away in the wake of Bufan's disappearance. The true lung leans again Wei Yangwoo's shoulder, doing his best to match his pace. He still feels like all this dying dream, a meeting with his strange brother that his feeble consciousness conjured up. He tries to think back to his younger days, when he made mischief with his brother as they ran through the hallways of the palace. What a season was it? Was it autumn? No, it was that cold. It was not that cold, so it must have been. It has been too long. He no longer remembers it clearly. The prolonged earthquake finally stops. The panicking court mandarins look at each other, unsure what is to come next. At least until a familiar face and Hurdy walks by. What's up? Oh! Oh my god, you're right! This is Wu Ling! Oh my god! Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. The university or whatever it is. I was like, this looks familiar. Why does this look familiar? Oh my god. It is Shrek. Good eye. Okay, that's why. Yes, it's Wu Ling. Oh god, it's connecting more and more to Enfield. Oh my god. One guy, welcome in. We are hell for a reason. The panicking court mandarins look at each other, unsure what's to come, at least until a familiar face unhurriedly walks by. You may all rest easy. Supervisor, do you mean to say... The Sui menace has been thoroughly resolved. I ask you to return to your post. The chaos is over, but there's still many things in Baizhou that require attention. The pure guards standing behind her add a little gravitas to her declaration. After some hesitation, the mandarins tie their clothes and hats before they walk outdoors. Once the last of them have left, Chun nods at the guards. They stand aside, but they keep their eyes locked onto her. No, Nathan. This is part of the sequel. Like, so this background, it becomes a location down the road. Have a good night, Daniel. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a good rest. He did it. Eliminated Sui and finding you. He did both of them. The former candle holder, the current supervisor of the sewer regulator, listens to the heartbeat of the Fairmont. It is the rage that the enormous creature felt against itself, but there's a gentle breath accompanying the pulse. From within, she hears something not of consciousness, far away from that vessel, gathered somewhere within Baizhou, and it speaks forgiveness. I have not finished it yet, Junk. I did skip exactly what you said when there's a blank, but I have not finished that one yet. I'm looking forward to it. Did I read that part? From within, she hears something of not consciousness, far away from that vessel, gathered somewhere by Zhao, and it speaks of forgiveness. Within the Grand Palace, there is only a single withered old man. Ever since the true lung descended underground, he has waited here. Listen to the reports from you men, the uproar in Baizhou, the declaration of the sewer regulator to the entire city that all is now well. Nathan, thank you for stopping by. You have a good night. His coughing has only grown more violent, his waist more stooped. By the time of the declaration, he no longer supports himself. His forces sit on the ground, leaning against the throne. Please pet some kitties for me, by the way. Yes. For all of us, apparently, because more than one of us wants that. At first, he felt anger, then worry. But now, he only feels exhaustion. Memories from near 100 years ago, when he was instated by the current True Lung's father, forced themselves to the surface. It was midwinter when the snow swirled through the air. The then True Lung was still far from being addled, happy to sit with the fireplace with the newly promoted Mandarin and discuss all great things happening under heaven. Contact between Lateran and Iberia, the war between Colombia and Victoria, Ursa's desire for conquest, the turmoil of Higashi, the mysterious weapons of Kazdel. Say, I believe in you. You have like 5 more days to get a wing. And Sui. And it was not exercised the first time. The True Lung was resolute in having the second attempt come with no mistakes. Yan would obtain the bones of Sui, and near double the amount of energy, and it eliminated the age of Yan would arrive. Yo! Good job! I only have gotten him once. Their talks become so fervent that the Emperor stood up and struck out barefoot into the snow, using his finger to brandish Qishao as he spoke of what grand ambitions he had for Yan's future. We're both exalted, the distance thought, aspiring to the sky and the bright moon. And then he could no longer wait for the day that the True Lung would blow the horn to call for Sui's eradication. He could only wait for the True Lung's mind to deteriorate until all had abandoned him. And then he could also not wait for the current True Lung's return. You could not prove to him that all you've done was not for your own selfish reasons, but for the future of Yin. I do have a 2-pot Chen. I did get a second Chen from a free pull. I am hoping for another pot of Wang, but you know what? I'm sending you good jujus. I hope that instead of coming to me, he goes to you. So he said, what are you doing here? She's just vibing. She wanted to take a break from Hollow Dream. Through his murky eyes, the old man believes the one standing before him can only be the Emperor he has awaited for so long, but the voices ringing ears catch the otherwise. The entire court knows your cold is merely a pretext. The lingering illness that has plagued you for years can hardly be passed off as a simple chill. Just as how we all know that your ironclad desire to eliminate Sui was not an idea you had on your own. You once held great esteem and approval, but now the dust has settled, and those who followed you. The old man can no longer hear. His throat shudders. All he wants to do is speak those words pent up in his heart. Look here. The dawdling old fool who started this chaos stands here, awaiting your majesty's judgment. Your words will not be heard by anyone. Before he can shout these words to the liege, like an unfortunate misunderstood hero, life itself no longer wishes to remain within him. Does he seriously die here? He is dead. Oh! In 122 pulls? That's crazy junk. Wow, this place sure changed a lot. Finally tearing down this eyesore of a tomb. I had the same idea 5 centuries ago. Can't believe you're in a mood to talk like that. You still don't know what it's like inside. Well, it's obvious, isn't it? We're alive, which means he's not dead. Wang, he definitely succeeded. I heard upon the wind that Brother Eldest already entered. 'Twould not be long after he drags him out. If you have aught to ask him then. He kept many things hidden from us. He cannot escape his sentence. Damn, June. Still strict as ever. Speaking of, I can't be the only one who's thinking. We've never had a family gathering this big before. Feels a bit strange having so many of us in one place. Agreed. If you're gonna eat together, then I'll be heading back. Nuh-uh. We all agreed to reunion dinner. Yan, Dusk, don't even think about running away. Alright. Can't exactly say no to my baby brother's cooking. Yeah, exactly. Nuh-uh. Tell him you. 89? There's still a big chance you get him then. Say my name with respect first. Pulls a face. How happy I am to see you all hale and healthy. Hot damn, you're covered in dirt. Huh, well, as long as you're alive. Which reminds me, last time a certain someone was acting all cool and determined, and look, he's doing perfectly fine. Ow, why are you pinching me, Shu? Sister, you've returned. My apologies for worrying you. Those two inside should be out by now, right? Look over there. You finally emerged, Daga. Wang, is he? What the? Chungyu looks towards his siblings. They see the mirthless look on his face, but they all know it to be an ill omen. He restrains himself from letting out a sigh that would be tantamount to a declaration. Wait, do they think he's dead? Does he join Rhodes Island with everyone thinking he's dead? Okay, this is the last one. I'm almost out of tea. Like, I'm gonna run out within 2 seconds. But that's okay, we can make it. I'll be honest. I haven't tried IS-6 yet. I probably will this week because it's gonna be my medical week. And I'll probably have more downtime. But I haven't yet. I'm not gonna get a refill. This is the last stage, so I just want to finish this one. Because I do have to wake up early tomorrow for my flight. Stream my S run? Probably not, if I'm gonna be honest. I want to play other games. Yes. Father, don't tell anyone he left. No, maybe I was the only one he didn't tell. I don't know. I can barely remember anymore. Mother had just passed away at the time, too. Mother. She never liked Father, or me. And in the end, Tal as well. Father left so much less of impression on me compared to Mother. Once, when I was confronting Wei Yanwu, I said Father was a weak man. My opinion still stands. But he really did love me and Tal. When I was young, I was scared of Wei Yanwu come to our house to find Mother, so he took me outside. Ever since that day, he would drown his sorrows, needing more booze every time, though he never drank in front of me. Cole, hello! I am back only for today. This is still ARKNIGHTS. Tal didn't like him either at first. He spent a lot of time with her, even learning Victorian alongside her, though he had never heard the language before in his life. The seed system's running right now? What you mean? When Mother was at her most agitated, he would tell us to go outside and face Mother's madness alone. It's been a very bittersweet chapter. Thank you, Hiche. I think that is enough. You know, before your father married, he was not completely like this. I can see it. So now we use the writing knife to correct the mistakes in the family history you compiled? Yes, I did. Don't say anything, one guy. I know multiple people haven't yet. I am flabbergasted. No, it's simply a family chronicle. It won't even be published. It's not worth using such a thing precious as a knife on it. Despite Chen Chao Qian's repeated declining, Hu Che still takes the knife off of her hip and presses it to Chao Chan's hand. Jian Jun had hoped that this knife would be able to correct the mistakes that happened when we whitewash or forget the past. Even those errors only involving one fallen family, instead of all again. I I think they still would have wanted them corrected. Okay, but like, Gia literally did not want that. She wanted to correct them the right way. You don't need beauty slop in your life! Shame, Punchy, shame. You didn't know the existence of it? It originally ran from like 90 to 96. And now it's called X-Men 97 because it's like picking up where that story left off. Alright. Chen Chao-Chien's fiddles with the knife, feeling its weight and balance in her hand, but she makes no move to use it. Hu Jie, will she really come back? Honestly, I don't know. That thing from the Garden Grotesserie settled itself down quite nicely in that office in the top floor. But if you're asking me if that's the Gia who walked with Yen through the centuries, I really don't know. I don't know what happened, but it seems some of our prior generations took this overly reliable, seemingly immortal woman for granted. So once she passed, a few weak people like me lost a pillar propping them up. It appears that all that was left was the fate and the omnipotent goddess were the words of everybody else. Ooh, okay, then I definitely need to do that soon. You don't really follow any superhero story? You don't get it? That's understandable, especially considering there is a lot of lore when it comes to Western superheroes. What I usually recommend if you're getting into any superhero or comics or any superhero show, just go along with it. Things will start making sense as you keep going. And I know that may be a little bit frustrating, so if it's not for you, that's 100% understandable. But if you are interested, stick with it. Dr. Doom, probably not the best place to start. Don't get me started right now on Doom, by the way. I'm kind of pissed off. It's true that historians should have confidence in their statements, but when that confidence loses the backing of someone who is eternally correct, it's easy to give up. Oh, I should be able to do a lot with that. If what you're saying, I should invite her back when she's revived. No, on the contrary. What we should do is leave that cradle of having the right answer to fed on us, and take that prospect of making a mistake with cool heads. Chen Chao-Chien uses her free hand to pick up the chronicle, throwing it onto the table. What page did it open on? Take a guess. Based on the thickness, around page 30? I would say about the same, but... She picked up the book daintily, and without looking at the page number, tidies it up once more. We have made one of History Unsolved Questions. One just for you and me. In this land, whether because nobody has witnessed them, or because too many people have witnessed them, how many of these unsolved questions do you think there are? A lot of them. That's okay. It is not for everybody. Are those girls sisters? Cousins. So close, but they're cousins. They met for the first time during this event because the bigger one, she has a very complicated lore and was separated from her main family. Well, from that, like, clan, more like it. Indeed. A lot of them. Personally speaking, what I want to see the most now is the courage to be responsible for writing down history. Even though I know such unsolved answers will never have answers. Such unsolved questions will never have answers. So she's like a superhero? Honestly, you're not fully wrong there. Complicated enough lore. Alright, I'll leave the knife to you. Help me correct the pages I show you. I get that. It really does leave no mark. When you use it normally, it's just a crazy good eraser. Eraser? Those two women certainly entrusted this writing knife to the right person. Oh, right. Is Mr. Liang still with the pavilion? Where is he? Mr. Liang? He's on leave today. Then you're meeting someone else? Miss Ning, as it were. Oh, I don't mean that, Miss Ning. Mind you, I mean... Ah! The Pet, 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 pet. Oh, I'm so happy we get to see her again. Hello, Chao Qian. Is that Miss Chen Huichia? Miss Ning, I presume. Who else? CQ would have to go to the Ministry of Rights early in the morning to ask for leave to come here. Yeah, your wife's sister's here! The cute hag! I see. A pleasure to meet you. I am Ningyan. I heard Chao Qian would be transferred to a research post at the Imperial Historical Cabinet for a few days, so I came over to discuss recent events with her, and also to use some treats to hear her opinions, along seeing the writing knife. My colleagues at the cabinet are pulling off all the stops. They want to take advantage of the fresh winds in the early morning to do some innovative research. What? Fang still doesn't want to come over? But the kiddo made his hot pot, not me. I don't even want to throw any of those weird herbs and roots. My master says there's still many suffering from disease across the land. He believes that he'll be able to avert this disaster. He's much more fortunate than sick. Okay, so are we gonna have a healer one? Are we gonna have a healer Sui? Oh my god, please, please! But he also says he'll be in Yan for a while. So if he's ever nearby, he'll come to see you. Okay, if that's all, Master's rather pressed for time, so I should head off. Also, considering he's staying in Yen for a bit, that's probably Jia. No, this is Fang. Jia is calligraphy. Jia's calligraphy and history. Fang, if they're staying here, we're definitely not going to get them for the summer. Hold it. Yen pulls out a lunchbox packed full of food out from somewhere. Oh, laugh with another tank. It's not impossible. You know what they say? Words heal. Punchy. Punchy. Tell him that if he doesn't eat it at all, he's not allowed to slink out of Yin. Got it. No laughing. There's one for you too. This time it is Shu who offers a finely wrapped bundle. Upon hearing you were from Sargon, our eldest brother became rather interested, telling you a few things about your food. Little Yu has made some guesses, and he put his own personal spin on things, but he managed to make a whole bag's worth. We thought it was rather good, but we're unsure if it's to your taste. Please, take it. Consider our gift to you. Oh, xie xie. Thank you, everyone. Our family's never a full set. The true value of life lies in unfettered ease. Even if you were to drag him to your savors of you for a meal, he would find no taste in it. As for the others, young Dusk is truly tired. She is pardoned. Jia is the master spinning words into wealth, but he's far too soft-hearted for his own family. He wishes to idle at the garden, and since Yi is accompanying him, let him. As for our brother eldest, smells great. Are we late? Why is the drunk so hot? Because they're all my husbands and wives. Of course they're hot. I thought you said you weren't coming. He said that. I said nothing of the sort. Since I was coming, I couldn't just leave him by himself in the garden, so I brought him along. Nice going. This piece of work decided to work some magic to Juan. Then he's been hiding us for these past few days. What's his punishment, Shu? Let me... It should not be a trifle such as describing the pot and washing the plates. Then... No letting him off with an apology either. Too boring. Then how about... If you say something like, let us settle this later, it'll be rather disrespectful towards everyone's kindness. Why not? She already gave me a rent holiday for savers until the year after next. Then... Put your business on hold for a year. Take a rest, and plan your next ventures well. Man, that's true for you. Always manage to find a way to let people off easy, no matter what we think of. Letting him off easy? I haven't finished yet. They're so good! This event was for me specifically! Within this year, G, what you owe others and are able to repay, you must repay. I shall keep it in mind. Yes, join Rhodes Island! It's the Enfield girl? No. C is not an N. So C does not exist yet. They're probably gonna bring her into ARKNIGHTS in a future event, considering it seems like they're gonna try to bring G in, and I don't know if G is gonna be able to be brought in. It's the Enfield. Punchy, I'm gonna fight you. I'm gonna fight you, man. Alright then. Everyone, take your seats. Wait, she does exist? I thought it was prepping for existence. Incomprehensible mumbling. I know, I just sleep a bit longer. Young Dust said she wished to sleep until next spring, June. Why force her here? She has no taste in bedrooms. I was just leaving the Skymere Pavilion when I saw her sprawled out on the ground, deep asleep. I even shouted at her to no avail, so I had no choice but to bring her here. As she spoke, the slumbering dust splayed out across June's back suddenly dissolved into a scroll. Didn't think my little sister knew how to work some magic too. With unfurling of the scroll, the real dusk appears at the top of a boulder, seamlessly sound asleep. The others also see things sealing Yan's mouth shut. It is a talisman. Jane Enfield! Okay, so you take it as she's already created? I didn't take it as she was already there. I was taking it there as it was prepping for her. None dare make a move, fearing the next mouth to be sealed their own. In the end, it's she who cautiously peels the talisman off Nian. It reads, "You guys eat while I sleep. Don't wake me unless Wang comes back." Also, to Nian, "No firecrackers, or I use my talisman to seal your entire body." Why does my family always have to cause such headaches? But there will be a day that this table is fully seated, for sure. Late, once again. Indeed. Far too late. A flimsy curtain separates the two. The library is quiet. The sound of pages being turned, piercing the silence. Do you recall how many books are collected here in the Skymere Pavilion? No. 43 million volumes. 43 million texts. Compared to the last 1,000 years of history, these words are but a single grain of millet within a great granary. But at the time, my greatest dream was to dedicate my life to complete a hydrological chart of Yen that our forebears could not. I had thought I could grow old here within this pavilion. This is where I truly belong. But it would not have been what was best for Yen. One guy, thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a good night. Oh no, Eighth, I'm sorry to hear that. The past is heavy. So that heavy no one can shorter its weight. But also so heavy no one can put it down. He really is. Against his own brother, who I think, like, didn't get the furry gene, which is hilarious. So much so that it should not be born alone. Hey, welcome back! I'm so sorry you had an outage. Yet there'll always be someone to bear it. You ought to hate me. I do? Are you gonna say you've never hated me? I really did think there would come a day that I should die by your hand. I even thought it was the only way things would end were we to meet. All I want to ask you was, after you left Baijiao, did you ever suspect that everything that happened was orchestrated by me to frame you? If I said I never did, will you still hate me for leaving on my own for no reason? One thing to note, Ren. If they're dragon-based, they have family issues. That's how it works in Arknights. That's all I know. That it will always be a fact. No, never. It has been too long. So long the question is meaningless. That year, our little sister barred my way to the road of Lungmen, not far from Baijiao. I could escape the city, but I could not escape her understanding of us. She begged me to return to the capital, believing everything could be explained. There should be no misunderstanding between brothers. In the end, she said she would stay with me until the day I wished to return to Baijiao to clear things with you. I should not indulge her in unruliness. I should not have. I still have not yet met her daughters. They were able to grow up in safety. One of them, a few bright points in my life. No, I should not use the word safe. The pity is I was not able to give them even that. Your regrets are many. In truth, I cannot think of the moment of my life where I'm certain I made the right decision. So I sat here, waiting for someone to come judge me for my wrongdoings. Pacifying the bestial Sui of Great Yan. This single achievement grants enough merit to rival the emperor who began the hunt. But compared to him, you have the kinder heart. You are the only one who has never brought shame to Yan. Yan Li, you can set them aside now. You should set them aside now. Is that the first time we hear the true Lung's full name? Annals of Yan, Volume 124, Supplement 17. Okay, we know it from before? Thank you. Someone tidied up these scrolls. After receiving Chao Qian's request and her application being approved, Huiche arrives at a section of the Skyrim Pavilion not open to the public to thumb through a few tomes. Oh, is it? I'm sorry to hear that, Ethel. She thought it would be a lot harder, honestly. But when she went to check on the case from 40 years ago, she found all the relevant texts nearly arranged on the shelf. They weren't even hidden in the back. As if someone knew she would be here. Maybe it's time. Who are you? Why are you in my family's library? Huh? Chen looks back and sees a girl of about 10 years of age. The girl looks back at her, timid yet curious. A Lung's horn, bright red hair, a striking familiar face. Chen does not need to ask who she is. Oh! I'm Chen Huiche. I came to borrow some books. If you're here to read, are you also studying to become the true Lung? What? No. Dad said if you want to be a good true Lung, you need to read a lot of books here. When I go home today, the Grand Tutor will check my homework. Those with virtues cultivated in their bodies, perform in their actions and state in their words. By mastering the classics, achieve refinement. By remedying the ills and practicing the right ways, achieve virtue. By giving honest criticism without caring for offense, achieve... the last part is... Do you want to be the true Lung? Can I not be the true Lung? Yeah, she absolutely is. That says the duty I was born with. Yeah, she is next. She's the heir apparent. If someone says from the bottom of their heart that they don't want to do something, then you shouldn't force them to do it. When people are forced to do things, they won't be happy, right? You're wrong! Dad says you need to do your duty. If nobody did, then the whole country would be a mess. I'm gonna go find him and have him explain it to you. If there's a chance, I'd like to meet him too. But it's getting late today. How about I send you home? Okay! But do you know where I live? I think I do. Oh, we do get to see a little bit about her. Also, being able to have this is crazy. I would have never thought we would have gotten this scene. Now we just need Tallulah here too. You look like you know a lot. Do you know more than the Grand Tutor? Oh, I don't dare to compare myself to him. But when it comes to certain questions, we definitely slightly different points of views. Is that young Chen from Enfield? No, but that probably explains why we have Chen who is not in a position of power. The book says the true lung should have left the people, right? That's right. But what you should know is, it's not only the true lung who should do that. Love your mother, father, and teachers, your siblings, and your friends and companions. You have the right to love everyone, no matter who you are. That's also said, because the true lung is the most powerful person in the country, I need to be cautious about every word and every action. It's the same with making friends, so I don't have any. No, you should be allowed to make friends with people you like. Remember, taking such great authority and leaving it in the hands of a single person, and making them shoulder alone. This in itself is wrong. It's not fair to most people, and it's not fair to that person either. I don't understand what you're saying. Can you stay and explain it to me more? Once you grow up, you'll understand. Once you grow up, maybe you can make change. So, grow up quick. Non-depressed Chen? Real. You know what? That's the solution to, like, not having any family problems and, like, not being depressed. Just don't have brain cells. Elder. Fang Tong! A bunch of Fang Tong! I waited in the north for nearly 400 years, and this is the progress the Bao Zhao's Tianxi Bureau made on original research? Tianxis today are utterly incompetent. Who's the head of the Tianxi these days? Tell him to get his ass over here. After observing the unusual meteorological phenomena created by Lindinium's shard 4 years ago, the Tianxi Bureau realized the urgency of the issue of Virginium. Yeah, this is like an area in Enfield, which is crazy. Since then, the Tianxi have labored night and day at the research, not daring to rest for a second. That Zhu Fuyan tutor? But I fear there's no nation upon this land who can achieve the greater progress you've asked for. All I asked was this one simple thing. I would have preferred if you told me those youngsters were thinking of ways to slack off. That way their hearts might have been doing the right thing, but at least their brains would still work. Ursus Cadsdale, no matter where you look, there's misfortune caused by Originium. I had hoped number 2 would be able to solve this problem once and for all. But I'm afraid time's up. There'll be people knocking on the door soon enough. Forget it! I'll move it to the Bureau tomorrow. I want to see how today's young Tianxi are putting all their smarts to use. Wait, forget tomorrow! I'll move it this afternoon! That you are willing to see this through personally is a great thing, Elder. But before you move in regards to the question of Originium, we have a guest from afar whom you should meet with. Oh? I am honored to meet with you, Grand Tutor of Great Yen. I represent Rhodes Island and would like to express my thanks to Yen for the information they have shared. I believe these pressing times can collaborate between all parties is of utmost necessity. Who is this? It doesn't feel like this is Rhodes Island. Please don't be priestess pretending to be part of Rhodes. Rhodes Island would uphold the spirit and cooperation during our follow-up research, and keep it in close contact with Yen. First, allow me to elaborate on Rhodes Island's position regarding the Originium question. Wait! We're not gonna see who it is! I'm pretty sure it's priestess, though. Yeah, I think it's her. It's not showing it, but considering the music and considering everything, I'm pretty sure it's priestess. You haven't left yet. Good. Still planning on taking me into custody rather than letting me go, Lord Zuo? No, the old Tianxi's already vouched for you. I know! Don't be priestess! Please don't be priestess! But then again, like, Originium got involved with the Sui's, like, dying corpse, so... Saying this terminal the way you did, Mo Yi, was a great merit. It feels strange hearing you be so polite. But if you're not here to arrest me, then why are you here? To return this to you. Honestly, you might not be fully wrong. We might be getting Endman sooner or later. Jolie carefully pulls a wooden lock out of his pocket. Things were hectic, so I forgot to return this keepsake from your mother to you. My apologies. Oh, this thing. Moya looks at Jolie, her lips a quiver, as if she pulls out 2 identical locks from her pocket. I still got plenty of these. You can keep that one. You! But I didn't lie to you. It really was my mother who taught me how to make them. I know, like, Amiya's out of the way. These 2 are my ship now. You're about to ask me where I come from, aren't you? I can see it on your face. If you do not wish to say, I should not offend you by pressing the matter. I simply hope that in the future you will not toy with others again. Still playing the preacher as ever. I've got a question of my own. What's next for the Sui regulator? Honestly, it's a complete mess right now. When the chaos ended, the supervisor admitted responsibility and resigned. That proxy killed Sui. After merging with that piece of Virginium, he fell onto something resembling slumber. An unprecedented feat. The pheromonologists are studying it with all haste. Yes, 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 I must drink water. Look, man. He knew when to give up. Sounds like a headache. Well, not that it matters. With you around, there's no need to worry about the Sui regulator making any mistakes. I am not as confident as you are. As my master, the one you called the old carpenter, once said, it is because of the difference between you and me that all disputes arise, no matter if they're between man or beast, or man and man. Which is why he called for love between all things, for all things are brothers and sisters. Those 12 did everything they could, and nearly died for it, just to claw back a way for them to live. If you keep looking at them with the difference between man and beast in mind, that would be pretty cruel. I trust you on this matter. Dorshe. Alright, chat time's over. I should get going. Going where? Wherever I feel after a big event's over. Returning to my search for the pheromones. Trying to find any trace of that proxy. Or maybe giving that rabble waving the banner of the Shangaju talking to. Not sure yet. Yes, go to Rhodes Island! I feel like this was meant for her to go to Rhodes and then she didn't go. Until we meet again then. Back to 1-7 to mine rocks? Oh. The eternal fate. The girl waves her hand. In an instant, she disappears amidst the sand-laden wind. Amiya's too busy. Amiya's dealing with way too much. Yet another journey with an unknown end. It is not aimless wandering, though. It is simply a search for a certain, greater than a hunt for a drop in the ocean. He has walked so far, and for so long. We will take the last of Ya's vitality and bring it to the lands beyond Yen. The 1,000-year grudge between Great Yan and the pheromones is now over. I pray that this land will never see such bitter conflict again. As for your hopeful search for Wang, to find Wang, Shuo, we will not be of much use, but we would dearly love to help. We may be but companions with him along the same road, but we were acquaintances at best, and we know little of his schemes. Judio, welcome in! I understand. All I humbly ask for you is to please inform me if you hear news of him. If we do, we shall tell you post-haste, Grandmaster. The Weichi failure did it! We don't know if he's still alive, but considering he comes to Rhodes Island, he's obviously alive. But what you seek, I fear, may be eternally out of reach, just as man cannot touch the face of heaven. The game of his, he considered himself friend and foe, and all the changes of the changes on the board on and off, producing the effects of myriad actions. Such arduous feats will inevitably result in the opposite effect. He did wing it. If what you sing is a means to free Wang from the tomb, then you shall seek in vain. But if what you seek is a stone in reserve, and some idly scholar digression, heaven and earth are wide, and full of many mysteries. Doxxers. We don't know much. We just know that he's also a Faramut. I don't know what... Huo represents antiquity. That's what we do know about him, and that's pretty much it. Bye, Aethel! Thank you for stopping by! There may have been a moment where the land under his feet was his board. There should have been some trace of him somewhere upon it. But what is sod is nothing more than a single black stone. When he walked the paths of possibility alone, seeing a way out for everyone, seeking a solution, did he ever feel this helpless? The endless, far too endless journey, long enough to make a being like him senses the passing of fleeting time. Oh, I see. That's good to know, Judio. Man cannot touch the face of heaven. Any news? Still nothing. But I believe some trace of him must exist somewhere outside the tomb. Alas, if he truly did not wish to see us, would all your efforts be of any use? Perhaps, after Jia's fading, he could not forgive Yen, or himself. Is it the new Yen that he does not wish to see? Or is it someone else? Maybe he does not wish to draw us into his next game. Next game? His plots are all ended. What would next game even bring? Priestess? The great strategist. Against the next big foe. Copium. Well, then again, like, it's likely she's getting involved already with it. Maybe. What can bring it indeed? An even more helpless matter. He's way too close to the sun! He may have accomplished the replacement, but he was unable to make a muddy waters run clear. But he will not give up. He'll certainly be searching too, for all traces she left behind this land, for a glimmer of hope. You were always the one who understood him the best. So, still determined to look for him. I am. And once you find him, I will let him know that the next time he needs help, he will not be alone. The long-lived man stops to rest his feet, turning his head to gaze off into the distance out of habit. Yet another year passed. The snows are beginning to melt, turning the Chiadao into a mud-covered bog. By the road, the withered trees sway, a sprinkle of new buds visible. What's happening there? It's an ordinary village, with an ordinary Weiqi stall, though one surrounded by a bustling audience. Whether they watch because of the bitter battle or because of high stakes, he is unsure. It's over. Look at the points. How much money is he going to lose over this game? Rightfully so, might I add. Imagine learning how to gamble with Weiqi at such a young age instead of studying properly. Look, you can't blame the kid. If it was for his deadbeat gambler of a dad losing the entire family fortune on this board, not to mention his sick little sister. If you're gonna blame him, blame his lack of skill. And again, the rich guy he's facing is disgustingly bastard. Looking at the kid's black stone, man, even a Xian wouldn't find it hard to save him. The young man maintains his determined expression, seemingly to not hear the many comments of the crowd, but the beads of sweat dripping off his brows expose the panic in his heart. It's obvious how things will end. He has at most 10 moves left. All he can do now is throw in the towel. He hesitates in his placing the stones, even though he knows he cannot hesitate forever. 4-7. What the? Who's talking to me? 4-7. Shoulder hit. The young man finally hears the instinctual voice and the distinct voice clearly as it dictates a move to him. And he considers instruction. He sees a way to victory he had never considered. Are you helping me? But who exactly is helping him? He looks about, finding no source of the voice. The young man returns his attention to the board, repeatedly calculating the feasibility of his breakthrough move. In the end, he's convinced. His victory is assured. He adjusts his posture, having calmed down a little. A charm of black jade pokes out of his collar, gleaming with a deep, inexplicable light under the winter sun. So that's what he's doing. He's helping, like, the good swindle. Oh. That's my boy. That's my boy. Okay, so we are ending it here for today. Thank you, everyone, for joining me for First of 1,000 Autumns. Favorite one so far. Favorite event so far. Really enjoyed it. Will say these parts I enjoyed a lot more than these parts. As far as streams go, as a reminder, for the next week, I will be out because I have my medical week. Yes. Thank you for the safe travels. We should be back by Tuesday, not of this week, but the next week. So, first week of August. Everyone, please stay safe. I want you guys to be really good. Sindog will take over. Yeah, Sindog will try her best. But she also just had surgery, so you know what? Like, if she doesn't do anything. New game, Ambient Asia 2026 watch along. We will be doing the watch along hopefully that week. If I haven't done it by the first 2 streams, please remind me. I do want to do a watch along. However, I think when we're going to do the first one, I might just be drawing because I do want to draw. I might do the memes that we haven't finished. But I'm not 100% sure. There's also a chance that I just want to yap. There's a chance that I'm just like dead, like slumped over for like a bit, and just talk to you guys. I'm not 100% sure what we're gonna do yet, but regardless, yeah. You gotta do the watch along. This is a reminder. Thank you, Punchy. I couldn't have done it without you. But anyway, as always, don't forget to work out. Have a good sleep. Have a good morning. Have a great week. I will see all of you very, very, very soon. Please stay safe. And with that, good night. As always, wee, and one more wing. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye. No worries, I'll be back soon. It's just a short little trip. You guys thought you get rid of me that easily? Good night, everyone. Be safe, everyone. See you guys in a week. Bye bye.